Have you ever noticed that some mornings you wake up already tired, before the day even touches you? Before the first message? Before the first task? Before you even sit up? You open your eyes and it feels like your body is asking, again? And the strangest part is this: nothing has happened yet, but inside you, it already feels heavy. If you relate to that, you are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are carrying something invisible, and psychology has names for it. Today we are going to decode the people who feel tired before the day even starts. Not the normal tired, the deeper kind. The kind that comes from your mind, your nervous system, and the life you had to adapt to. So listen closely, because if this is you, there is a reason. And once you see the reason, you can finally stop blaming yourself. 1. Your brain wakes up in threat mode, not in morning mode. For some people, the first feeling of the day is not curiosity. It is scanning. What might go wrong today? Who might be disappointed? What problem is waiting for me? That is not a personality quirk. That is hypervigilance. In psychology, hypervigilance is when your nervous system stays on alert, even when nothing is happening. It is common after chronic stress, unpredictable homes, or long periods of pressure where you had to stay ready. Ready for mood shifts, ready for conflict, ready for sudden demands. So the moment you wake up, your brain does not reboot. It continues the same loop. And here is the exhausting part. Your body does not know the difference between a real threat and a predicted one. So it releases stress hormones anyway. Your heart rate rises, your muscles tense, your breathing changes. You have not left the bed, but you are already fighting a battle. No wonder you feel tired. A quick test. If your first thought in the morning is a list of dangers, not a list of plans, your system may be stuck on protection, and protection burns energy. 2. You start the day with a mental debt you did not choose. Some people wake up and instantly feel behind. Behind on life, behind on goals, behind on money, behind on happiness. It is like the day begins with a silent accusation. This is where social comparison theory shows up. Your brain measures your life against other people, even people you do not know. It sees highlights, not context. It sees finished results, not messy process. And then it decides you are late. That creates a kind of mental debt, a feeling that you must catch up, that you must perform, that you must prove something today, or you are failing. And the mind reacts to that pressure like it is a weight on the chest. Psychologists call it anticipatory stress. Stress that happens before the thing happens. You have not even started, but your imagination has already run the entire day. The awkward conversation, the deadline, the bill, the mistake, the judgment. And because the brain is powerful, it makes that imagined future feel real. So you wake up already paying for problems that have not arrived. This is why some tiredness feels emotional, not physical. It is not from doing too much. It is from expecting too much, too early, too consistently. And sometimes it is learned helplessness. When you have tried, and nothing changed, your mind stops expecting relief. It wakes up thinking, what is the point? Add negativity bias, and your brain will spotlight every possible problem, while ignoring the quiet evidence that you can handle today, even if you feel slow today. 3. Your tiredness is actually decision fatigue, starting at sunrise. There is a type of person who wakes up and immediately starts managing everything. What to wear, what to eat, what to respond to, what tone to use, what mood to bring, what version of yourself will be safest today. This often happens to people with high self-awareness and high sensitivity. You read people, you adjust, you plan your words, you predict reactions, you think 5 steps ahead, not because you love strategy, but because you learned that mistakes had consequences. So even before breakfast, you are already making hundreds of micro decisions. And psychology tells us that decision-making drains mental energy. That is, decision fatigue. The brain gets slower, more irritable, more overwhelmed, and it starts craving escape. Here is the painful part. Many people call that escape, procrastination. But for you, it is a nervous system seeking relief. If the day feels like a constant performance, the morning feels like the backstage panic. You are tired because your mind is already on stage. 4. Your sleep might be fine, but your circadian rhythm is confused by your life. Let us talk biology for a moment. Circadian rhythm is your internal clock. It affects energy, mood, focus, appetite, even anxiety, and it is sensitive. Light exposure, stress, and irregular routines can shift it. If you stay up late not because you are having fun, but because night feels like the only quiet time, that matters. If you scroll because it numbs your thoughts, that matters. If you sleep but do not truly recover because you are tense, that matters. There is also something called revenge bedtime procrastination. It is when people delay sleep to reclaim a sense of control. They finally get a few hours that feel like theirs. No one needs them, no one expects anything, so they stay up, even when they know it will hurt tomorrow. Then morning comes, and the body pays the price, not just with sleepiness, but with emotional depletion. Because the night was not rest, it was escape. And when your circadian rhythm is off, your morning cortisol spike can be blunted or chaotic. Instead of a clean rise that helps you feel alert, you get fog, you get heaviness, you get the sense that your battery never fully charged. So yes, psychology matters, but so does your internal clock. Your tiredness may be your biology begging for rhythm, not punishment. 5. You are tired because you are carrying other people inside your mind. This one is quieter, but it is common. Some people wake up and their first emotion is not their own, it is someone else. A parent who needs you, a partner you have to manage, a friend who is always in crisis, a workplace that demands constant availability. You do not just have tasks, you have emotional assignments. This connects to something called emotional labor, the hidden work of managing feelings, yours and other people's, to keep life stable. If you grew up feeling responsible for the mood in the room, you may still wake up feeling responsible for the mood of the world. So you wake up already holding a mental list. Who needs a reply? Who might be upset? Who might think I forgot them? Who might leave if I do not show up perfectly? That is not love. That is fear disguised as loyalty. And it is exhausting because it never ends. Even in silence, your mind keeps checking the bonds. Are we okay? Did I do enough? Did I say the wrong thing? Am I safe? When your nervous system treats connection like a fragile contract, mornings feel like renewal day. And renewal day comes with anxiety. So you wake up tired. Now, let us bring this together. People who feel tired before the day starts are often not tired from life. They are tired from bracing for life. They wake up with a nervous system trained for survival. They wake up with anticipatory stress. They wake up with decision fatigue. They wake up with a disrupted rhythm. They wake up carrying everyone. So what do you do with this? You do not fix it by pushing harder. You start by telling the truth. Tell the truth that your tiredness has a story. Tell the truth that your body is communicating, not failing. Tell the truth that rest is not only sleep. Rest is safety. Rest is boundaries. Rest is slowing down the inner alarm. Here are 3 small shifts that change everything. First, give your brain a new first minute. Before your phone, before your mind runs ahead, take 1 slow breath. Then 1 more. Let your shoulders drop. Say, I am here. Today is not yesterday. That simple cue trains your nervous system to return to the present. Second, reduce the morning decisions. Prepare 1 or 2 things the night before, not as productivity, as kindness, because every choice you remove is energy you keep. Third, choose 1 boundary that protects your peace, 1 message you do not answer immediately, 1 demand you do not accept, 1 moment where you remind yourself, I am allowed to exist without proving. And if you want the deeper answer, it is this. The goal is not to become a person who never feels tired. The goal is to become a person who no longer wakes up afraid of living. If this hit you, You are not alone, and you are not imagining it. This tiredness is real, and it makes sense. If you want more videos that decode human behavior in a way that feels personal, stay here. Subscribe when you are ready. And tell me in the comments, what does your morning tiredness feel like? Anxiety, heaviness, or numbness? Because naming it is the first step to changing it.